10 now from the 33. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Herbert now. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
42-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 26. 16 yards, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3.
Out of the gun, Herbert. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Marsh there on the tackle.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
Second and 12. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
goes Rodgers on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On second down, here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Second and 7. On the counter, Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 38, Rodgers gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
Rodgers.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Butker's kick here is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Mike 51. 3 bud.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
A gain of 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First down.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Pick up on the play.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 5. First down, Indianapolis.
Gain on the play. And the Colts
still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey.
Indianapolis.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 3. McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Herbert. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that one's complete to Gurley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the air again, Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brandon Ayuk with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Colts 10, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
On the handoff.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Rodgers. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
37-yard line.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down.
2-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Today's final score, Colts.
So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.